Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hook. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, YouTube. Let's roll. Let's roll, let's roll, let's roll. Good morning, Stevie, Ricardo Flores. Good morning to you. As you're coming, everybody, we got to tap that screen. Let's go, let's go. Good morning. SSJ, good morning. Teddy Flows, good morning, everyone. When you look at your YouTube chat, at the bottom of the chat, you will see a $sign there now. You can now send gifts over on YouTube. Super chats. Yes. Good morning, SAV. Manny being Manny, good morning to you. Good morning to you, everybody. Roll the dice just one more time. I think I can set a goal for super chats. Got to figure that out. It goes on and on and on and on. Good morning, SAV. Marty's Bentley. Hello, Jose Almanza. Good morning, Tootsie. Tootsie says, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Marty's Bentley, for the heartbeat. SM, hello. Bottom of the YouTube chat, you'll see a $sign. You can send super chats now. Anyone who sends a super chat over there on YouTube will have first pick on what they want to ask me or what stock we go over. Radio, hello, radio. Good morning, everybody. It is a new morning. It is Thursday, almost the end of the trading week. How we doing, folks? Oh, is it going to be a green week for you or a red week? Put it in the chat. Brad James with the heart me. Thank you, my Brad. I appreciate you. Make sure, everybody, right now on your screens, on YouTube, on the tick of the tack, make sure we're tapping. Let's go. Galan Bradley. Yes, we're going to look at Tesla. We're going to look at it multiple times throughout the morning here. Jose Almanza, green, hopefully. No, Jose, you got to say you're going to be green. And if you're green already, using the word hopefully means that you have no control over your risk management, which is a problem. Good morning, Esther. Thank you for the rose, Esther. Let's pin the goal for today, everybody. The goal over on YouTube is 5 super chats this morning. 5 super chats. Tanya, good morning, sweetheart. Over here on TikTok, the goal has been posted. Market cap with the popular vote and the heart me. Thank you very much. Esler, you took a break from trading. We're not going to get any better if we take breaks. Josephina with the good morning. Josephina, Nina, thank you. Mighty Mike, good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Good job, Tanny Flows Green. We are at 4,000 likes. Hillary with the heartbeat. Thank you, Hillary. Manny being Manny with the first crab. Thank you, Manny. Good morning, Jade. Good morning, Yanil. Hello, Yanil. Banana bun is to say, hurry, boy, it's waiting there for you. A trainee, Trinity. Good morning to you. Candy with the heartbeat. We're on the tube. We're on the tack. We are at 6,000 likes. As soon as we hit 10,000 likes, we get this party started. As we can see here on Miss Market this morning, we are in that neutral state with that position 2 to the downside here. We are in the summer months of trading, everybody. The volatility and the volume will not be anywhere near as when we're in trading season, okay? So you have to trade accordingly. Nothing changes as far as your A-plus setups and all of that. That'll never change, but you have to change the way you think about one-to-one and so on and so forth. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You get in, you get out in the summer. A lot of trading accounts go to die in the summer. Davion with the popular vote and the heartbeat, yes. Candy with the crab. Powder with the heartbeat. We are going to map out now our support and resistance levels here on Miss Market. And then we're going to give you our levels here on the market. Down in Africa. Good morning, everyone. My name is Voss. Hope you're doing well. We've been doing this a long time. 21 years. Been streaming now, what, 2 years? Year and a half? I don't remember. Anyone remember? All we ask you to do is this on your screen. Tappity tap. Share the live out. That's what we ask. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Right now, we are in a neutral state on SPY. We are in position 2 here on SPY at 598.20. Okay, you're hovering around this 200 right now on SPY. Right here, this 1 hour 200, you have room down to 585.78. 585.78. So right now you have a nice move down to this 1 hour 200 on Miss Market, okay? If you come back over 603, we have room up to 605. But the issue we have here on SPY, folks, is that we're in this neutral bear state. All right, we're in a bear position, so we can get more room to the downside. But anything to the long side and back over that whip zone level, we got to be careful because of the state. Now, in order to take a long on Miss Market here, we have to get farther away to the downside, all right, for a move back up. Because even though we have a bearish state and bearish position, we are neutral. So that movement to the downside won't be for long, okay? Good morning, Oscar Urbano, Chef Joseph with the lightning. Zen, thank you. Mighty Mike, thank you. Mark Meza, thank you so much, everybody. We're going to head over to Nvidia. Now, I need you all to be careful today for a couple reasons. Number one, look at our states and look at our positions, okay? Number two, we're coming towards the end of the week, and it's summer months of trading. So a lot of you that don't know really what you're doing when it comes to trading, June, July, August is going to be painful for you unless you figure out how to trade fast, all right? Nvidia, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the downside, okay? Position 2. On the 15 and 5 minute, your 820 and 200 are nice and tight, right where we want to see them, okay? We have room right now down to this pivot here, 139. First stop on Nvidia, and then a 131.50 on Nvidia to the downside, okay? We got a double top up here at 145 on Nvidia, so make sure you mark that down. Right now, you're in position 2. You got room down to 139 here on Nvidia. Back over that whip zone of 143.50, and you have room up to 145. Double top right here on Nvidia. Double top. Mark that level down. Yes, thank you, Tenny Flows. Super Chats is now live over there on YouTube. If you look at your chat box at the bottom, you will see a $sign. You click that to send Super Chats, and anything you send will be highlighted in YouTube for everyone to see. PLTR, let's go over there and take a look. We are in a narrow state here on PLTR. Narrow, and you are in position 1 to the downside on PLTR. We have room on PLTR down to this 5 minute 200 here. 134, you can mark that out. 134 on PLTR. All right, in that narrow state, you get under 134, you're coming back down to 130.50 on PLTR. We will get you some levels here to the upside as well. Above 137, you got room up to 139 on PLTR. Put PLTR on watch. You are in a narrow state. Thank you, user, for the heart me. Thank you for the follow, Lisa Belize. Radio. I got you, Radio. Don't you worry. That was a great movie, too. Anyone see that movie, Radio? Fantastic movie. Google. Footloose. Everybody footloose. All right now on Google, we're neutral. We are in position 2 to the downside here on Google. We're going to find our major support and resistance levels here on Google for you right now, okay? Right now here on Google, we know we're neutral. We know we're in position 2, and we know we have room on Google down to 174 here on Google. 174. Coming back over that whip zone, be careful. You're in a bullish state, all right? You got a bearish state. You got to get more into a bullish state here to take this long over 179.44 for a move up to 182.50. I see more traders lose because they don't know the state that they're in or the type of state that they're in. So we have a lot of traders trying to go long in bearish states, and they're trying to go short in bullish states. And you're just going to get whipped around, and you're going to get stopped out quickly with big tails. So that is one of the biggest mistakes I see. One of the other biggest mistakes I see with traders that don't know pretty much how to trade is they trade too far away from their 20. User with the goat. User with the heartbeat. Yes. AVGO. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. You must trade at your own risk. Trading is risky, everybody. We also have our VIP. We have VIP live training that I will be giving tonight in the VIP training room at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. To get in the VIP, you're going to head over to thevosstrading.com. You can click the link in my bio, my YouTube or TikTok bio, right there to get into the VIP. AVGO right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the downside. You're going to have a lot of neutral states during the summer months, everybody, okay? So keep that in mind. Get used to it. Start learning how to trade them. We will teach you how to trade neutral states in the VIP, and it is very important that you start learning how to trade during these non-volatile days during summer. We got a bullish state here, position 2. We got room down to 247. 247 on AVGO. You come back over 253.22, and you have room up to 255. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. We are halfway through the month. A lot of you should be green right about now, halfway through the month. Your goal now is to stay green. Hillary with the heartbeat. Hillary with the crab. Marky Brown with the heartbeat. Thank you. Good morning, Marky. What else are we looking at? Put them in the chat, everybody. Put them on the board. We're going to head over to IWM. All right, IWM. Neutral. Starting to get a little wide here on IWM. We're in position 2 to the downside. 5-minute looks good, nice and tight there. Got our 15-minute 200 here lingering right around 211. You got a hold number in the 200. You can look for a possible reversal play off of 211 back to the upside here on IWM. Yesterday, we came off of that daily 200. I told everybody, be wary for a possible short at the open. I hope you got it. Got about a $1.50 move on that to the downside. Here we are, position 2. You got room down to 211. Watch this area here, 211. You got the granddaddy of them all here. Could look for a possible reversal back up to 213.34. Also, IWM coming off of that 200 yesterday morning also went back to the top of the whip zone like we talked about. Back over 214. We're going to call it 215 here. You want to get over that whole number. You got room up to 216 on IWM. Thank you, Marky Brown. Thank you, thank you. Delta Airlines. Watch out for Boeing. As you probably saw in the news about Boeing this morning, be very, very careful. Let's mark these out. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Delta, we are starting to get a little wide here on Delta. Neutral, position 1, you got room down to 47.50. here on Delta Airlines. To get back over to the upside, you got to get over $50. You'll have room up to 51, but it's going to be a little whippy trying to get back up there until your 20 catches up to that 200 coming back to the upside, all right? But right now you're in position 1, you're neutral. You do got one leg down to 47.50. Shook me all night long. Good morning, SMR. Hello. What else are we looking at? I want you to type it in the chat, and I will go over it. What do you want to look? We haven't had anybody said Tesla. What's up, Tesla? What, beat you guys up enough? Let's see here on Eli Lilly. Neutral Eli Lilly, position 1 to the downside on the Lilies. 5-minute 200 is right here at 799.20. 799 hold number, so watch out for that, okay? And then you have room down on Lilly, down to 774 on Eli Lilly. Let's pull it out to the execution time frames. On the 2-minute neutral, position 1, you got room down to 799. Mark that down. Coming back over 813.50, and we have room up to 821 on Eli Lilly. Kim, thank you, Mike Kim. I appreciate that. Thank you for the goat and the rose. Microsoft. Let's go over to Microsoft. Hello, YouTubers. How we doing over there? Bitcoin, Big Beluga, coming up. Doing good, Big Beluga. I hope you're doing good. I got that song in my head now. Big Beluga. But it's not called Big Beluga. What is it called, that song? Baby Beluga in the deep blue sea. 5-minute, we're nice and tight. Here on Microsoft, let's get these levels in. You're over that pivot, which is good. Too high, believe what I say. So here I am. Right now, you're neutral in position 2 on Microsoft to the upside. You're at 476 hold number. Your next play is going to be up to 477 on this. Look at the state you're in. On Microsoft, I would be looking for a play at the open back to the downside here. Position 2 in bearish state, bullish position. It has short me written all over it. Under 471.57, you have room down to 468 here on Microsoft. Bitcoin, what do we got to do on Bitcoin? All roads lead back to the 20. Getting a little far from that 20. You got to have that 20 catch up now, and you're going to come back to it, okay? Right now, you're doing nothing on Bitcoin. You are in that a wider state to the downside, so you're moving back up because this 20 will always catch back up to that 200, everybody, as you're seeing here. All right, so this 20 now has to start catching up. This will come back to the 20, so right now you are leaving this alone. You are not touching this until we get back over that 200 to the upside. I'm going to mark these out for you, okay, real quick. Somehow I come to you. Right here on Bit of the Coin, you get back over 107.523.92, this level right here. And that is your target, everybody. Okay, 108.047.75. We'll come back to this in a little bit, but right now you're leaving this alone. This is going to reject off the 200, start coming back, and your 20 is going to start catching up. Okay? So you need some time on this. Now is not the time to do anything on it. Marky Brown, thank you for the dove. Yes, yes, it is Tesla. Folks, we will teach you how to read a chart, how to trade price action. It doesn't matter what instrument you trade, futures, options, equities, it don't matter. If you can't trade price action, you can't trade anything. Price action is the foundation here of trading. Tesla, we are neutral right now. We are in the whip zone currently on Tesla. I know a lot of you probably have already in your lifetime have switched between all the instruments, and you're saying to yourself, why do I keep losing? That is because you don't know how to trade. Doesn't matter what you trade, it's how you trade. Tesla. Right now, we got a lot going on here on Tesla. Neutral, a lot of support underneath it. 321 major support and 319 major support here. A lot of support levels coming back down on Tesla. You are in this neutral state. You're starting to get a little bit wide. You could look for a play to the downside. Just watch these major levels, and then you can look for a play back up. Excuse me, on Tesla. Hello, Jared. Yes, super chats. Let's go. Danny Cardenas. Tenny Flows. Look at them YouTubers over there. Buckeye. Thank you, Buckeye. Measy. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Susie Among Us. XOM. Right now on XOM, we are in a wide state to the upside. The party's over to the upside here on XOM. Hope you got it the last few days because now it is over. All right, here we go. How is this guy so confident about that? Got to look at the state, folks. This ain't rocket science, all right? Here we go on XOM. XOM, you're in a wide state. Anything above 109.38, you got room up to 110 to 110.50, but I don't think you're going to make it up there. Right now, you are looking to get under this pivot right here, 108.83. Get under that pivot with a retest back down to your 200 there, around 107.50. I would not look this way on XOM. I would look that way. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Mighty Mike, what's up, baby? Let's go, INTC, Billy Jack. Hello, Billy. Home, Alabama. Old sweet home. Whoa, there we go. Neutral. We're in the whip zone here on INTC. 5 minute, we got the 200 right above you, the granddaddy of them all. So be careful, all right? Got granddaddy there. On the 15 minute, we're nice and tight in there, so we're okay there. On the 1 hour, oh, getting tight. All right, nice and tight. Let's go to a daily here. Whoa, look at that rejection off Zeus. Look at that thing. INTC try to go up against Zeus here on a daily, and whoa, back to the downside. No, thank you, ma'am, it said. You got to get back over 21 to the upside to get up to 21.67 here on INTC. Get over 21, okay, on INTC. Let me get you a level to the downside here. There's our hourly. There's our pivot right there, $20. Hold number as well. Under 20.40, you got room down to $20 whole number. Neutral state on INTC. Anything back over 21, you can look for a possible long play to the upside, but make sure your state is bullish before you do. Damn, do we give you good information on here? Yes! The Qs. Right now on them Qs, we are neutral. We are also in that whip zone. 5 minute, you're nice and tight. Got a big whip zone here, so be careful, okay? A little chop coming up here on the Qs today. We're going to pull back to our hourly here on them Qs. Not much going on right now. See some chop action. You're neutral in the whip zone. Under 530.90, you have room down to 529.62 on the Qs. Anything back over 534.15, you have room up to 537. But it ain't going to get up there right away. It'll be chopped because you are in a bearish neutral state. Danielle with the heart me. Danielle, hello. Thank you, my Buckeye. Meta. Yes, folks, the VIP is open. Take advantage. As JDM will tell you, we got a Father's Day special, $25 a month, $275 for the year. Get in there. It won't be there forever, right, JDM? The VossTrading.com. That is where you're going to go, as Candy would say, the VossTrading.com. It's the only place you should be, folks. Right now, here on Meta, we are in a wide state. We are in position 1 to the downside on Meta. Got somebody I was watching yesterday on TikTok Live selling a membership for $20,000. He loses every day when he trades. Loses every day. And he's selling a membership for $20,000. There will be some person out there that will fall for it. We're in a wide state on Meta. We are in position 1. You got room down to 688.61. Wide state. Be careful, all right? Be careful. Coming back up to the upside here. Got to get over in 699.52, and then you have room up to 709 on Meta. The Believer. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that for the vote and the heart me. Well, he only needs a few, yeah. They don't last long. I got a bunch of them that come into my VIP. They were already in there once. They were like, I can't believe I spent $5,000 with that guy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but guys, come on. I mean, come on. They're using Weeble, for Christ's sake. What's up, Joe AMZ? Hello, JPM. All right. Right now here on JPM, we are in a neutral state. Yes, we are in position 2 to the downside. On the 15-minute, we got room on the 15-minute to the granddaddy. 266, 265, 82 here on JPM. Let's also go to our hourly, see what we got here. Let's pull this back to our execution time frames, the 2 or the 5-minute. Position 2, you are in a neutral state. JPM, you got room down to 266. Watch that poke through to 265.82. That's where you usually get your tail, okay? So be careful. 268.42, and you have room back up to 269.61 on JPM. You're in that little neutral state, position 2, all right? Woo! What's this guy want? Keeps writing it. APA Corporation. Let's see what we got on APA. Right now, we are in that neutral state, getting a little wide to the upside here. Right now on APA, this screams a novice because people are going to try to short this and get wrecked. You are in position 2, but your state is saying don't do it. You're also running right now into the 5-minute 200, granddaddy of them all. Got a few problems here on APA. You got the granddaddy right there, okay? You're also in a bullish state and a bearish position. So be very, very, very careful here. Under 19.30, you got room down to $19 hold number. The state, this will be a whippy one for the first 10 to 15 minutes. What else are we looking at, everybody? AMD, yes. There was this penny stock that everyone was trading yesterday. It was on the scanner, so you know, the scanner. At the open, it moved to the upside a little bit. Got too far away from the 20. Everyone started loading up on it, and it came flushing right back down to the 20. And they all got destroyed. They were like, what happened? You don't know how to trade. That's what happened. AMD, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone on AMD. Watch that 5-minute 200 above you, above the whip zone there on AMD, okay? Pour some sugar on me. You're in the whip zone. You are neutral on AMD. Under 120.22, you have room down to 118.64. You got to get back over 122 on AMD, and you got room up to 124.50 on AMD. Hello, SSJ, RBLX. Right now, we are in a narrow state on RBLX here. RBLX, you're in the whip zone. You are narrow. We got the 5-minute down here. All right. 15-minute. Let's see what we got. Boom. Sometimes you could be yeah, too far from the 8. All right, here we go. RBLX. You are in the whip zone above 96.19. You got room up to 96.50. Watch that daily. Too far from the 8. Under 95.48, you got room back down to 94.30 on RBLX. Miss Galvin with the crab. Yes, thank you, Miss Galvin. I appreciate you. Candy with the bouquet. SoFi. Right now on SoFi, neutral in the whip zone here on SoFi. SoFi, you got to get back over 15.17, and then you got room up to 15.60 here on SoFi. You get over 15.60 with a retest, and you have room up to 16.50. Under that whip zone of 1486, you have room down to 1446 and then $14 on SoFi. Fighting for pennies. Hadrian Rodriguez. Thank you for the me, the heart me, and the popular vote. Yes. Appreciate it. Thank you, folks, for all those donations. Boeing. I was waiting for somebody to come up with Boeing. What's wrong with Boeing this morning, everybody? Put it in the chat. Boeing right now, we are in that neutral state to the downside. You're in position 3 here on Boeing, okay? We're going to pull this back to our hourly. You're currently under the hourly 200 here on Boeing, okay? We're going to pull this back a little bit more. 200. We're going to put you guys right at the 200 level on this. So here we are with Boeing. We're in a neutral state. We're in position 3 to the downside. You had that news on it this morning, okay? You will be coming back to the upside on this, but I want you all to be careful about it. You have support here at 200, and then you have support here at 198.71. A couple things here about Boeing. Number one, because of that news, you may get a gap and nap just hanging out down here because no one knows what the hell's going on. But as always, it will rebound, so you can look for the move because you're in position 3 back to the upside. What you have to take into consideration here on Boeing is your gap. That is your gap down. Your 50% retracement level will be here right around 208 coming back to the upside. So mark that level down. The only UK Dan. Thank you, my brother. User, thank you. Nvidia, yes. Nothing crashes, folks. Not in the market. Things go up, things go down, things go sideways. Right now, we're in a neutral state on Nvidia. You're in position 1. You got room down to 139 here on Nvidia. 139. You got to get back over 143.43 here on Nvidia for a move up to 145. But your state must become bullish because right now it is bearish. If you want to learn all about your state positions, your events, you want to learn about the 1-hour pivots, you got to get in the VIP. Well, we will teach you how to trade properly. If you are on your way to another red month, things won't change, folks, until you get educated on how to trade the market. All right? You're not going to wake up one day and say to yourself, I'm going to do better today. Today's the day. Today's the day, everybody. Wah, wah, wah. Apple, let's see what we got. Shines on the hill. We're in the whip zone here on Apple. A little whippy Apple, huh? We're in a wide state here in the whip zone on Apple. I love people who try to trade this when it's in these types of states. What happened? What happened? All right, here we go on Apple. Wide state in the whip zone. Under 198.40, you have room down to 197. Be careful because of the wide state. Going to be whippy again on Apple. Can't get out of its own way right now. We had people trying to trade Apple yesterday, and on every time frame, you were stuck between the moving averages. How the hell are you going to trade it, folks? Back over at 201, you have room up to 201.72. Gonna be a little whip fest here on Apple. Steven Silent, yes. Thank you, my Steven. We are at 64,000 likes here. We are way behind schedule. Citi. Oh. Checking out our VIP chat. Hello, everybody. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing good over there in the VIP. Coach, thank you, Coach. I appreciate you. Penny stocks to day trade. None. Amazon. Oh, you gotta talk to Amazon, we are wide. We are in position 1 to the downside here on Amazon. Yep. Nothing going on here on the Amazon. Nada. Wide state currently here on Amazon. You can look for a play back over 213.65 on Amazon. Back over this with a retest up to 215.47. So mark that down. Anything to the downside, we're wide. I mean, you got room down to a 211.50. Look at this state. I'm not going anywhere short on this. Are you kidding me? So today I would look for more of these in these states than this, all right? At the open, you start moving down on a lot of these. Don't chase it. You're going to lose. Shabazz with the goat. Hello. Paolo. I love you so much, Paolo. Thank you. Please do SPY. You got it, George Gill. Here we go on SPY. It is Miss Market to everybody. We are neutral. We're in the whip zone here on SPY. Got room down to 598. 598. You got to get back over 603 for a room back up to 605 here on SPY, but your state has to get more bullish, all right? Right now, you are in that bearish state. Manuel Herbert with the first $2.99 super chat over there on YouTube. Good job, Manuel. The pair character stretching his arm forward, raising his thumb up. Our first super chat over there on YouTube. Congratulations to Manuel. IWM. Look at that thing over there. IWM, you are in a neutral state. You are in position 2. You got room down to 211 here on IWM. I'm going to be looking for a play. I'm going to put IWM on watch. Now, listen, folks. When I put something on watch and I give you the old Manny being Manny, yes. And I give you the wink. There's a good chance I may do this, okay? Right here around 211, we have a whole number, all right? I'm going to be looking to come off of that for a possible move back to the upside here on IWM. That will be my retracement level. Currently, where we're at, 212 is my 50% level. I want to come off 211. We're going to move back up to 212 there on IWM. We'll see if we get it. I got the state for it. Now I just need it to come back down. You're welcome, Rockhead. I don't know why, but you're welcome, my friend. You are welcome. What else are we looking at, everybody? Put it on the board. Let's go back over to BTC. 69. BTC come up to that 200, the granddaddy of them all. That's why it's the granddaddy. You see that? And pulling back here. You still got to wait. Don't do anything. We got to pivot down here. You are doing nothing on this. Nothing, nothing, nothing. This is going to start coming back into that narrow state. That is what you're looking for. Once you get narrow, you're going to hammer it above 107,523.92 up or under 106,984 down. Wait for the state, like we talk about every morning here, to get a little bit more narrow, okay, on BTC. Right now, you're doing nothing. Liberace, hello, Liberace. JPM. Back. And this is what we talk about with patience, everybody. This is moving up, doing nothing. This is moving down, we're doing nothing. We need our state to get narrow. We're not doing anything in here, okay? You got to be patient, and then you can thank me later. Paulo Rodriguez with the follow. Hit that follow button, everybody. Let's go. Starbucks, yes. So yesterday on the Bucks of Star here, look at that beauty. Now, that is what you want. That is the golden goose. Open in position 2, and away you go to the upside on Starbucks, all right? Don't expect that today. Right out here on Starbucks, you are in a neutral state, yes. Anyone got Starbucks yesterday? Anybody? You're neutral right now. You're in position 1 to the downside here on the Bucks of Star. So let's put this down here. Almost right. Right now on Starbucks, you have room back down to 92.50 here on Starbucks. 92.50. Back to the upside on this. Let me get the hourly going here for you. Hey, baby. There ain't no easy way out. Above 95.71, 96. You have room up to 98 on Starbucks, okay? Justin Belinsky, any stocks you trade that are under 50? Me personally, no. But if you want to look at one, I'll pull it up for you, sure. UNH. Right now on UNH, we are narrow. Position 1. Position 1, narrow here on UNH. Let me mark these out for you, all right? It's important here. All right, UNH, let's pull it back. You got room up to 313.57. First stop, you get over that with a retest on UNH. Back over 314, you have room up to 326 on UNH, and you are narrow. Look out for United Health Group. Under 306.93, you have room back down to 305. Thank you, Mike Handy. Ben Me with the follow. Yes. Welcome to the family. Good morning, my local. How are you? We are on YouTube and TikTok today, Adrian. YouTube don't allow it. Thank you for the follow. Jamie and Medini and Sailor. I just told you, Adrian. You keep asking. Are we here to trade or listen to music? Here we go. Right now on Nvidia, we are in a neutral state. We're in position 1. You look good. You got room down to 139 here on Nvidia. Now, if you come back through 143.43 to the upside, all right, if you come back through, are you taking that long to the upside above 143, everybody? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Would you take that long to the upside? What world? I know we're on a little delay here. No, says Sue. Why, Sue? No, says my local and Todd. Definitely, says TikTok. Oh, it's this guy again. All right, we're going to block him permanently. Let's get him out of here. Okay, he's gone. No, you're not. Why? Because it is state. The majority of traders don't know what state they're in. You are in a bearish state and you're trying to go long on that. Not going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to whip around while you're waiting for your 20 to catch up, and then it'll make the move. How many times, traders, do you get into a trade, it whips you out, and then about 5 to 10 minutes later, it goes in that direction that you were trying to go in? How many of trades have you been in that has done that to you? That is why, because you have no clue what state it's in. All right? You just learned something today. SoFi. Didn't we just do this? SoFi, yes, you are in the whip zone. You got to get over 15.17 for a move up to 15.16 and then $16 on SoFi, okay? Under the whip zone of 14.86, you're coming back down to 14.50. It's amazing to me that people just trade like willy-nilly. Like, well, we'll see what happens. Meh. All right, we got a lot of support here on Tesla. You see all this right here? There is a lot of support here. Let me put this into perspective for you. That is your support box. You are currently at 322.82, okay? I am not shorting into any of this mess. You will have to get under 317 for a move back down to 307 here on Tesla. Back over 329, you got room up to 335.50 and then 345. Got to know what the higher time frames look like, folks, because a lot of you will try to short into that. Be careful. User, thank you, my user. Yes. Tap it out, everybody. We are at 84,000 likes. Good morning to you. Good morning, Jer. Good to see you. Trinity with C. We are narrow on C. We are narrow. We are in position 2 to the downside on C, okay? Let's mark this out. Feel love is. Got a double top up there, Trinity, so be careful, okay? We are narrow. We are in position 2. Trinity, you have room down to 77.37. And then $77 on C, okay? You got to get back over 78.53, and then you will have room up to $79 on C. Make sure we're tapping over there on the tubes. Tappity tap, not nappity nap. Let's go. Zen with the summer. Yes. What's up, Zen? Thank you. Adorable dad. Thank you. O.M. Wami. Hit that follow button, everybody. Become part of our family. We'd love to have you on here. And I'll let you know when I go live, too. Folks, I will never DM you. Never. I will never DM you. So anyone that DMs you on the tick of the tack, just block it. Block them. MSTR neutral. We are in position 2 to the downside. Voss, was that you that messaged me? Hello? What did I tell you about 3 hours ago? That you would never message anybody. So why are you asking me? Right now on MSTR neutral position 2, you got room down to 372. 372 here on MSTR. Back over 387.58. You have room up to 389. Watch your state. They will see about C. My Jared, let's go, Jared. Hit that screen, baby. Do I follow people back? No, never. Never. I'll never follow anybody. I can't. I want to. I would love to follow you all, but I can't because there's too many, you know. Thank you for the follow, brah. Brah Fisto. Appreciate you. Does the 200 SMA have a different name in Weeble? Yes, I think it's just moving average. But please don't use Weeble, Rockhead. Please. Use anything else, just don't use Weeble. PLTR. You are narrow under 135.89. You have room down to 133.73 here on PLTR, okay? Above 137.01, you have room up to 139 on PLTR. Right now, a lot of people are looking this way, which is fine, but you also have to be looking that way. Don't have a bias, okay? Just know your levels and trade your setups. Justin, how is your trading going? Have you been green every month for the last 6 months? AMD, yep. Right now, we are in a neutral state on AMD. Under 120, you got room down to 118.64. Back over 122, you have room up to 124.43, okay? Rockhead, a platform to use. You can look at DAS, D-A-S. You can look at Sterling Trader Pro. All right? You can look at TradingView, possibly. Folks, let me explain this to you all. So when you use a platform like Weeble, you first think, and the reason you're using it is because you think it's free, right? That's what the novice trader does. They go to free. They're trying to trade in the market, but they have free on the mind all the time. So they head over to Weeble, and they say, I got to trade for free. You don't. How do you think Weeble makes its money, everybody? Put it in the chat. How does Weeble make its money? Sue! Thank you for the crab, Sue. One away, one away. Katana Lim. Yes, Weeble makes their money through your slippage. All right? You want to use a direct access routing broker, and you want to pay commissions when you trade. Commissions are your friend. When you enter a trade, you want amazing fills. You don't want to get in at 121 or 122 thinking you're getting in. Thank you, Josephina. And then it puts you in at 122.30. All right? How many times have you used Weeble and you said to yourself, that was a terrible fill? Damn it. And the majority of you that are using Weeble are probably using market orders. You never, ever use a market order, ever. Okay? Ever. Novices use market orders. Flora, hello, BBAI. Folks, if you need to learn how to trade properly, you got to get in the VIP, and we'll teach you this, okay? Right now, you're just winging it, and you're never going to be successful that way. You're in a neutral state here on BBAI. You are in position 1 To the downside, your 5-minute looks nice and tight. All right, 5-minute nice and tight. Be careful, you got your 1 hour 200 right there, okay? So let's pull this back here on a BBAI. You're in position 1. First stop is 369. You got to get under that. 369 to the downside, and then you have room down to 356 on the old penny stock, okay? Back over 385, you'll be fighting for pennies up to about 391 and then $4 on BBAI. Hello, Jay Montalvo. Hello. Right now, everyone's saying, yeah, you can use Thinkorswim. Right now, everyone's saying, man, I do use market orders. I do use Webull, and all my fills suck. That's all right, folks. Listen, you gotta be taught how to trade, man. Everyone thinks they're gonna figure it out. You're not. You don't even know how to use the right orders, everybody. Hims and hers. Let's see what we got. And then I'll tell you about market orders in a second, briefly. Right now, we're in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone on hims and hers. Let's mark these out, everybody. Let's marky them out. Hims and hers above 57.58. You have room up to 58.73. Under 56.38, you have room down to 56 and then 55.50 on hims and hers. So a market order. What are you doing when you use a market order? You are saying to Miss Market, you fill me at any price you want to fill me at. Market order, I'm in for a long, Miss Market. You decide the price. You want to use a limit order with an offset because you, the trader, will decide the price. SPX with the lightning, the GGs. Thank you, SPX. SPX, there he is. You're welcome, okay, highlights. Thank you, SPX. Blackie says VWAP, RSI, or MAs. VWAP, no, never. Volume is one of the most manipulated things in the market. RSI, never. MAs, yes, 2. But you got to use VWAP, boss. How is that working out for you? The Qs. Sky keeps on turning. Right now, we are in a neutral state in the whip zone. Under 530.90, you have room down to 529.62. Above 534.15, get in that bullish state, and you have room up to 537. Paolo, thank you. SPX, got her. Yo, thank you. Yes, the VIP is open, folks. Get in there. Get in there, and we'll start cleaning up the mess you have created, okay? TheVossTrading.com. That is where you get into our VIP. We have VIP live training tonight by me at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time, okay? Spaghetti bands. $25 a month, $275 for the year. Get you into the VIP. And then after about 3-4 months, you're going to say, why didn't I find this guy earlier? Google. But they always wait until they lose for like the 6th month in a row. We are in position 2 to the downside, neutral state on Google. All right, you got room down to 174 here on Google. All right, 174 on the Google-licious. Coming back over, 179.44. You have room up to 182.44. All right. But you got to get in that bullish state. Right now, you're bearish. Let me ask you guys a question. When is the only time you should trade to the long side in a bearish state? Does anybody know? When are we going long in a bearish state? Does anybody know? SPX, let's go, baby! Yes! Thank you, SPX. Let's get those roses going for you guys in here. I always forget about them. I apologize. Wheels in the sky keeps on yearning. Yes, you got to be in position 3. You got to be in P3, folks. All right? Yes, Jared. All roads. You'll know when you're far away. You'll know when you're far away. Okay? You mean the Bollinger Band is useless? Jesus, I got people in here using market orders. Yikes, we got a lot of work to do. Viry with the rose. Thank you, Hadrian. Yes. Thank you, my brother. What program do I use to trade? Sterling Trader Pro. It is the only thing I will use. God forbid, if that ever went away, I would probably stop. IONQ. Nah, I mean, I would probably use Daz. That's about the only thing left worth it. Or no, Lightspeed has a good one. I may use theirs. Right now, we are in a neutral state here on IONQ. You are in position 1 to the downside on IONQ. All right, IONQ. You got room down to $39. Whole number right here, $39, okay? You get under 39, you got room down to 38 on IONQ. You got to get back over $40.42, excuse me, for a move up to $41 on IONQ. All right, I got a question for everybody. How many of you in here have been red the last 2 months of your trading? How many of you have been red the last 2 months? Your last 2 months were red. Put it in the chat. Just say me. That's all you have to say. Manny to the moon. He changed his name. Now I know who the hell you are. Manny with the first super chat over there on the tubes. I appreciate you. Me. Folks, I'm here to help you, folks. All right? You were going to get the best education of your life when it comes to trading for the minimal price that we charge you. I know a lot of you have joined other things for a lot of money and they sucked. I'm here to tell you that we are going to train you properly. We're going to train you properly. And you can ask all the VIPers in here right now how they're doing, okay? If you come in and you put the work in and you do what we tell you to do, you will start becoming successful. Right now, it ain't going to work, all right? You have to do what we tell you to do. And I want to give a shout out again today to our VIPer Candy because I'm not going to get into the specifics of her stats, but she does exactly what we tell her to do. 13 months ago, she never traded, or 12 months ago, a day in her life, okay? And now she will kick all your butts. And it's not even close because she does what we tell her to do. That's it. She learned it. So congratulations to you, Candy. Everyone say congratulations to our Candy. Let's go. Never complained. Always ask questions. Watches the education videos. Never missed a live training. Watched all the recordings. She posts her trades every day. She is the template of the VIP. She is the template. Period. End of the story. You put in the work, you get the results. It is that simple. Those of you who are just winging it day in and day out, that is why you're red month in and month out. Okay? You have one of the best tools in the world in front of you. Only thing you got to move is your eyes and your fingers. That is it. If I was you, I would do everything in my power to learn how to trade the market the right way. You don't realize what you have at the power of your fingertips here. But you're just too lazy. That's the problem. Got to change that, guys. You got to change that. There's one day I'm going to change that VIP price. It's coming. The VIP coaches are like, change it! Tesla. All right, Tesla, we are in the neutral state. We are in position 2. We got some support underneath us, all right? First stop is 321 and then 319. All right, you're in a neutral state. So you got to start looking eventually after the market rings, if you start coming down, for this back to the upside off of one of these key levels, folks, okay? 321, 319, 317. Mark these down, okay? Jer Francesco, AMD, you got it. AMD to the moon. Starbucks went to the moon. We are the new. Nothing goes to the moon, folks. We're just kidding. Neutral state in the whip zone. Under 120, you have room down to 118.64. All right. Above 122, you have room up to 124.43. Another thing I want to say on here is this. All right. And we're going to use AMD. Folks, you only have so many trades a day that you can possibly take in the market. That's it. You trade that 1 minute chart, you're just going to lose over and over and over and over and over again. All right? You can't trade your way out of bad habits. Mark that down. You can't trade your way out of bad habits. The more you take, the more you lose. It's that simple. This is it. Every day, this is what you got, folks. Right in here. That is it. All of you right now who are trading over and over and over, you're losing over and over and over and over and over. That's it. You only have so many chances per day. You only need one. One. But you still don't get it. And you won't. And that's why you will continue to lose in the markets. All right. Let's go back over to our bit of the coin. Yeah, Bitcoin's still flirting around over here, chopping around because of our state, okay? Because of our state. Told you we're not doing anything. Got nothing going on here. Not until we tighten this up on Bitcoin. I don't make the rules, folks. I just obey them. Dream on, dream on, dream on. Anyone like my singing? My daughter told me she loves my singing. And I said, Emmy, you don't have to just say that because I'm your daddy. She goes, I'm not daddy. I think your singing is all right with me. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on. Better tomorrow. Dream on. Kids don't lie. Lulu. Kids don't lie. You're right, Katana Lim. Lulu. We didn't do Lulu yet today. Lulu. We are neutral. We are in position 1. All these neutral states. It's going to be a doozy for a lot of these novices today. Ugh, I hate when that happens. I do. I do care about all of you. But you're just not going to listen. All right, here we go on Lulu. But everyone can't win. Under 251.56, you have room down to 246 on Lulu, okay? You got to get back over 258.27. Back over 258.27, and then you have room up to 262 here on Lulu, okay? Mark those down. All right, everybody. Thank you, SPX. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. SPX, Paulo, Hillary, Zen, Sue, Josephina, Marky Brown, and everyone. That's as far as it goes because SPX nailed us with all of these beautiful donations. Thank you, SPX. Mighty Mike, JDM, Josephina, Candy, Sue, User, Manny be a Manny, Jared, Powder, everybody in here who sent those beautiful donations. I appreciate all of you. VIPers, we will see you tonight in the VIP live training and in the chat here shortly. Be careful, folks. A lot of neutral states to the downside. Be careful. Love you all.